Novak Djokovic is one of the greatest tennis players in the world. He is strong, fast, and smart on the tennis court. But his story is not just about tennis. It is a story of hard work, courage, and never giving up. Novak was born in Serbia, a small country in Europe. He started playing tennis when he was only 4 years old. He loved the game. Every day, he practiced with a big dream in his heart, to become the best tennis player in the world. His childhood was not easy. At that time, there was war in his country. Many times, he had to practice in empty swimming pools or underground places because it was not safe outside. He did not have the best shoes or new tennis balls. But he had a strong mind. He told himself, "I can do it." Novak worked very hard. He listened to his coaches. He learned from his mistakes. Slowly, he started to win matches. At the age of 20, he won his first Grand Slam title, one of the biggest tennis tournaments in the world. This was only the beginning. Many people said he could never beat Roger Federer or Rafael Nadal, who were the top players. But Novak did not stop. He kept training. He became faster, stronger, and more focused. Step by step, he climbed to the top. Novak has now won many Grand Slam titles. He is famous all over the world. But he is also known for his kindness and discipline. He helps children in Serbia through his charity. He speaks many languages. He also practices meditation and eats healthy food to stay strong in body and mind. His life shows us that success does not come easy. It takes time, patience, and a strong heart. Novak shows us that we can reach our goals, even when life is hard. We just have to believe in ourselves and never give up. For students learning English and preparing for IELTS, Novak's story is a great example. He teaches us that learning is a journey. At first, it may feel difficult. You may make mistakes. You may feel tired. But if you keep trying, you will get better. Like Novak on the tennis court, you must stay strong and keep going. This audiobook will take you through the amazing life of Novak Djokovic, from a small boy in Serbia to a world tennis champion. Each chapter will show you a part of his journey, full of challenges, hard work, and success. So get ready to listen, learn, and be inspired by the life of Novak Djokovic, a true champion, not just in tennis but in life. Chapter 1: Roots in Serbia. Novak Djokovic was born on May 22, 1987, in Belgrade, the capital of Serbia. Serbia is a small country in Europe. At that time, life was not easy in Serbia. The country was going through war and many problems. But Novak's family was full of love and support. Novak's father, Srđan, was a ski instructor and ran a small restaurant. His mother, Dijana, worked hard to help the family. They were not rich, but they gave their children everything they could. Novak has 2 younger brothers, Marko and George. All 3 boys loved sports, but Novak loved tennis the most. When Novak was just 4 years old, he saw people playing tennis near his home. He became very excited. He asked his parents for a tennis racket. He started hitting balls against the wall. He played every day and never got tired. People saw his talent even at a young age. One day, a famous tennis coach named Jelena Jenčić saw Novak practicing. She was very impressed. She said, "This boy is a genius." She started coaching him and became a big part of his early tennis life. She taught him not only tennis but also how to stay calm, focused, and respectful. Even though there was war and danger around him, Novak continued to train. Many times, he had to stop practice because of air raids. He would go to shelters to stay safe. But the next day, he would go back to the court. His love for tennis was strong. He did not give up. Novak's parents worked very hard to support his dream. They used their money to send him to tennis camps. When he was only 12 years old, Novak moved to Germany to train at a top tennis academy. This was a big step. He was far from home, but he stayed strong. He wanted to become the best tennis player in the world. The early years in Serbia made Novak tough. He learned to fight through pain, fear, and hard times. He always remembers where he came from. He says that his roots in Serbia gave him the power to face every challenge in life. Novak also learned about family, respect, and hard work in Serbia. These values helped him in his tennis career. He still talks about his country with great pride. He says, "Serbia made me who I am." This chapter shows how Novak's early life in Serbia shaped his future. It was not easy, but it made him strong, brave, and full of hope. From the streets of Belgrade to the tennis courts of the world, Novak's journey started with simple dreams and a strong heart. In the next chapter, we will learn about Novak's early struggles and how he began to shine in the world of tennis. Chapter 2. Early Struggles and Breakthroughs. Novak Djokovic's journey to success was not easy. After leaving Serbia at the age of 12, he moved to Germany to join a famous tennis academy. This was a big change for him. He was far from his family and friends. He had to live alone, train hard, and speak a new language. It was a difficult time, but Novak was brave. He knew he had to be strong to reach his dream. At the tennis academy, Novak trained every day. He worked harder than most players. He listened to his coaches and learned fast. But he also faced many problems. He was not as tall or strong as some other players. He did not have as much money or support. Sometimes, he lost matches. Sometimes, he felt sad and tired. But he never gave up. Novak believed in himself. He remembered his family's hard work and the struggles in Serbia. These memories gave him strength. He kept improving. He started winning small tournaments. He began to get noticed by people in the tennis world. At the age of 16, Novak became a professional tennis player. This was the start of a new chapter in his life. Now he was playing with the best players in the world. At first, it was very hard. He lost many matches. He had to travel a lot and stay in cheap hotels. But each loss taught him something. He kept learning and growing. One of Novak's biggest early breakthroughs came in 2007. He reached the final of a big tournament in the United States. People saw how fast he moved, how smart he played, and how focused he was. He beat some of the top players in the world. Everyone started to talk about the young man from Serbia. Then, in 2008, Novak won his first Grand Slam title at the Australian Open. A Grand Slam is one of the 4 biggest tennis tournaments in the world. Winning it was a huge moment. Novak became a hero in Serbia. His dream was coming true. He showed the world that even a boy from a small country with many problems could become a champion. But the road was still long. After his first big win, Novak had to stay strong. Many people still believed Roger Federer and Rafael Nadal were better. Novak had to work even harder to prove himself. This chapter shows how Novak Djokovic faced many struggles in his early years. He was far from home, he had little support, and he had to fight for every chance. But he never stopped. He kept going, step by step. His hard work and strong mind helped him to rise. These early struggles made him ready for even bigger success in the future. In the next chapter, we will learn about the time when Novak faced the legends of tennis and how he began to change the game forever. Chapter 3. The Federer-Nadal Era. In the world of tennis, 2 names were very big in the early 2000s, Roger Federer and Rafael Nadal. Federer was known for his smooth playing style and great shots. Nadal was famous for his power and never-give-up attitude. They were the kings of tennis. Many people thought no one could beat them. But then came Novak Djokovic. When Novak started playing as a professional, Federer and Nadal were winning most of the big tournaments. Federer had already won many Grand Slam titles. Nadal was almost unbeatable on clay courts. Novak had a big challenge in front of him. At first, it was very hard for Novak. He lost many matches to Federer and Nadal. Sometimes he got close to winning, but he could not finish the match. People thought he was good, but not good enough to be number 1. Novak did not agree. He believed he could beat them. He just needed time. Novak worked on his body and his mind. He changed his diet and became stronger. He trained harder. He also learned how to stay calm under pressure. Little by little, he started to close the gap. He began winning more matches. He started to believe, I can beat them. In 2011, everything changed. Novak had one of the best seasons in tennis history. He won 3 out of the 4 Grand Slam tournaments that year. He beat both Federer and Nadal many times. He was no longer in their shadow, he was standing beside them. One of the most famous matches was against Rafael Nadal in the 2012 Australian Open final. It was the longest Grand Slam final in history. The match lasted almost 6 hours. Both players were tired, but Novak never gave up. He won the match and showed the world how strong he really was. Novak's rivalry with Federer and Nadal became one of the most exciting parts of tennis. The three of them pushed each other to become better. They gave the fans many amazing matches. Sometimes Novak won, sometimes he lost. But he always gave everything on the court. Many fans loved Federer and Nadal more in the beginning. But slowly, Novak earned their respect. He was not just fighting against great players, he was also fighting to be accepted. He stayed true to himself and focused on the game. This chapter shows how Novak Djokovic rose during the Federer-Nadal era. It was not easy. He had to fight hard and stay patient. But he believed in his dream. He worked every day to reach it. He did not let fear or failure stop him. In the next chapter, we will see how Novak reached the top of the tennis world and became the #1 player, the best in the game. His time had come. Chapter 4, Djokovic's rise to world #1. Becoming the #1 tennis player in the world is a big dream. Only a few people can do it. Novak Djokovic made this dream come true with hard work, focus, and belief in himself. After many tough matches against Roger Federer and Rafael Nadal, Novak started to improve quickly. He became stronger, faster, and more confident. He changed his food, his training, and even his thinking. He wanted to be the best, and he was ready to do whatever it took. In 2011, Novak had one of the greatest seasons in tennis history. He won many tournaments that year. He started the season by winning the Australian Open. Then he went on to beat Federer and Nadal many times. People all over the world were surprised. They asked, can Novak really be #1? He won Wimbledon in July 2011, one of the most famous tennis tournaments. It was a big moment in his life. After winning that final, Novak became the world #1 for the first time. It was a dream come true. He raised the trophy, smiled, and said, "This is the best day of my life." Novak didn't stop there. He also won the US Open later that year. In total, he won 3 Grand Slams in 2011 and many other titles. His game was almost perfect. He was strong in every part of the court. He was also very calm and smart during important points. No one could stop him. Becoming #1 is hard. But staying #1 is even harder. Novak worked even harder after reaching the top. He knew every player wanted to beat him. He stayed focused and continued to improve. He trained more, learned from every match, and always gave his best. Novak also became a hero in Serbia. People in his country were very proud of him. He showed them that even someone from a small country with many problems could become the best in the world. Children looked up to him. He gave hope to many people. His rise to #1 was not just about tennis. It was about believing in your dream, even when it feels far away. Novak started with nothing, no big money, no fancy courts, and no easy life. But he had a strong heart, a clear mind, and a goal. This chapter shows us that success comes from hard work and belief. Novak Djokovic did not wait for a lucky day. He made every day count. He rose step by step, match by match, until he became the #1 player in the world. In the next chapter, we will explore the golden years of Djokovic's career, the time when he ruled the tennis world and broke many records. His journey was just getting started. Chapter 5. The Golden Years, 2011 to 2016. The years from 2011 to 2016 were the best years of Novak Djokovic's tennis career. Many people call this time his golden years. During these years, Novak played his best tennis, won many big tournaments, and became one of the greatest players in history. It all started in 2011. Novak won 3 Grand Slam titles that year: the Australian Open, Wimbledon, and the US Open. He also beat Roger Federer and Rafael Nadal many times. People around the world were talking about him. He was fast, strong, and focused. No one could stop him. He finished the year as world number 1. But Novak didn't stop after 2011. He kept getting better. In 2012, he won the Australian Open again. He played one of the longest and most exciting matches ever in the final against Nadal. The match lasted almost 6 hours. Novak stayed strong and won. This showed the world how tough and brave he was. In the next few years, Novak continued to win big tournaments. He reached many Grand Slam finals. Sometimes he won, and sometimes he lost. But he always came back stronger. He never gave up. His game was complete. He was good at serving, returning, running, and hitting smart shots. 2015 was one of Novak's best years. He won 3 more Grand Slam titles, again at the Australian Open, Wimbledon, and the US Open. He also reached the final of the French Open, but lost to Stan Wawrinka. Still, he won 11 tournaments in 1 year. It was an amazing achievement. In 2016, Novak finally won the French Open. This was very special. It was the only Grand Slam he had not won before. By winning it, Novak became the 8th man in history to win all 4 Grand Slam titles in his career. He also became the first man since 1969 to hold all 4 Grand Slam titles at the same time. It was a dream come true. During these golden years, Novak also broke many records. He stayed as world number 1 for a long time. He won matches against the best players in the world. His fitness, focus, and fighting spirit were stronger than ever. Fans loved to watch him play. But Novak's success was not just about winning. He was also kind, respectful, and humble. After matches, he always thanked the fans, his team, and his family. He smiled, laughed, and made people happy. He showed that you can be great and also be a good person. These golden years made Novak Djokovic a legend. He worked hard every day. He believed in himself. He gave everything on the court. From 2011 to 2016, Novak reached the top and stayed there. He became a true champion. In the next chapter, we will see how Novak faced new problems, injuries, losses, and hard times. But his story was far from over. Chapter 6. Battling Setbacks and Injuries. After many years of winning and staying at the top, Novak Djokovic faced new challenges. From 2016 to 2018, life became harder for him. These years were full of setbacks and injuries. It was a time when Novak had to fight not just other players, but also his own body and mind. In 2016, Novak had a great start. He won the Australian Open and then the French Open. This was a big moment, as it was his first French Open title. He had now won all 4 Grand Slam titles. But after that win, something changed. He lost his focus. He started to lose matches he usually won. People began to ask, what is wrong with Novak? Novak was not feeling his best. His body was tired. His right elbow started to hurt more and more. It was hard for him to serve and hit the ball with power. But he didn't want to stop. He kept playing, hoping the pain would go away. Sadly, it only got worse. In 2017, Novak had to take a long break from tennis. He stopped playing in the middle of the year to rest and recover. This was the first time in many years that he missed so many tournaments. It was very hard for him. He loved tennis, and watching others play while he rested was painful. Many people thought Novak's time at the top was over. Some said he would never be number one again. But Novak did not lose hope. He used this time to think, to heal, and to learn more about himself. He spent time with his family, meditated, and worked on his mind and body. In early 2018, Novak came back to tennis. But the pain in his elbow returned. He tried different treatments, but nothing worked. Finally, he decided to have elbow surgery. It was a hard decision. Surgery is always a risk, but Novak knew it was the only way to continue his career. After the surgery, Novak had to start again. He was not winning matches. He fell out of the top 20 in the world rankings. But he kept working. He trained hard, stayed patient, and slowly began to feel better. He said to himself, "This is just a test. I will come back stronger." Novak's journey through injury and setbacks showed how strong he was inside. He did not give up. He believed in himself when many others did not. He learned that life is not always perfect, but we must keep going. This chapter teaches us that even the best champions face hard times. What makes them great is how they respond. Novak Djokovic showed courage, patience, and strength. In the next chapter, we will see how Novak made a powerful comeback and started winning again. His story was not finished, it was just about to become even more inspiring. Chapter 7: The Mental Game and Transformation. Novak Djokovic is not only strong in his body, he is also strong in his mind. Many people believe that his mental strength is one of the biggest reasons for his success. In this chapter, we will learn how Novak trained his mind, changed his thinking, and became even better. In the early part of his career, Novak sometimes had problems staying calm during big matches. He would get angry or lose focus. He knew that if he wanted to be the best, he had to control his emotions. He needed to be strong not just on the outside, but also on the inside. Around 2010, Novak started to work more on his mental game. He began to read books about the mind, sports, and peace. He started to meditate every day. Meditation helped him stay calm, breathe deeply, and focus better. It also helped him let go of fear and stress. Even in the middle of a loud stadium, Novak could stay relaxed and think clearly. Novak also changed his daily life. He followed a healthy diet, did yoga, and spent more time with his family. He believed that a healthy body and a healthy mind go together. He also said kind words to himself, like, "I am strong," and "I can do this." This helped him feel more confident during matches. During hard points in big games, Novak learned how to stay present. He didn't think about the past or worry about the next point. He focused only on the moment. This helped him win many close matches. One of the best examples of his strong mind came in the 2019 Wimbledon final against Roger Federer. Novak saved 2 match points and won the match in 5 long sets. The crowd was cheering for Federer, but Novak stayed calm and focused. He later said, "I tried to enjoy the pressure." That shows how powerful his mind had become. Novak also learned how to handle people's opinions. In the past, some fans did not support him as much as Federer or Nadal. But Novak did not let that bring him down. He said, "I play for my dreams, my family, and my country." He stayed true to himself. His transformation was not quick. It took years of learning and practice. But Novak never gave up. He kept growing as a person. He became not only a great tennis player, but also a great human being, kind, respectful, and wise. This chapter shows us that success is not just about talent or skill. It is also about how we think. Novak Djokovic became a mental warrior. He turned his mind into his biggest strength. In the next chapter, we will follow Novak's amazing run in more Grand Slam tournaments and how he continued to break records. His story of focus, strength, and belief is far from over. Chapter 8: Historic Grand Slam Runs. Novak Djokovic has made history with his Grand Slam victories. Grand Slams are the 4 biggest tennis tournaments in the world: the Australian Open, the French Open, Wimbledon, and the US Open. Winning even one Grand Slam is a big achievement. Novak has won many, more than almost any other player in history. His first Grand Slam win came in 2008 at the Australian Open. He was only 20 years old. After that, he worked hard for many years, slowly adding more Grand Slam titles to his name. In 2011, Novak had one of the best seasons ever. He won 3 out of the 4 Grand Slams that year: the Australian Open, Wimbledon, and the US Open. He beat some of the best players in the world. People began to call him one of the greatest tennis players of all time. But there was one Grand Slam that Novak could not win for a long time: the French Open. The French Open is played on clay courts, and it is very hard to win. Rafael Nadal was the king of clay, and Novak lost to him many times. But Novak never gave up. He kept trying year after year. Finally, in 2016, Novak won the French Open. It was a special moment. With this win, he had now won all 4 Grand Slams in his career. He also became the first man since 1969 to hold all 4 Grand Slam titles at the same time. This was a historic achievement. In 2019, Novak won the Wimbledon final against Roger Federer. It was one of the greatest matches in tennis history. The match lasted for almost 5 hours. Novak saved 2 match points and won in the end. His mental strength and focus were amazing. Then, in 2021, Novak tried something very special. He wanted to win all 4 Grand Slams in 1 year, something no man had done since 1969. He won the Australian Open, the French Open, and Wimbledon. He reached the final of the US Open. Only 1 match away from history, Novak lost in the final. Even though he did not win all 4, his run was still one of the best in tennis history. Novak has now won more than 20 Grand Slam titles. He has broken many records and made history again and again. He has won the Australian Open more times than any other player. He has beaten great players like Federer, Nadal, and younger stars too. These Grand Slam runs show how great Novak is. He is not just talented, he is also strong, smart, and focused. He has played through pain, pressure, and tough matches to reach the top. In the next chapter, we will talk about the challenges Novak faced off the court, the controversies and the way people see him. Even with all the wins, his journey has not always been easy. Chapter 9: Controversies and Public Perception. Novak Djokovic is one of the greatest tennis players of all time. He has won many trophies and broken many records. But his journey has not always been smooth. He has also faced controversies and many opinions from the public. Some people love him, while others do not always understand him. In his early career, many fans supported Roger Federer and Rafael Nadal more than Novak. Federer was seen as elegant and calm. Nadal was strong and humble. Novak was new and different. He sometimes showed his emotions on the court. He shouted, broke rackets, or got angry. Some people did not like this. They thought he was not as polite as the others. Novak worked to improve, but he always stayed true to himself. One of the biggest controversies happened in 2020. During the US Open, Novak was angry after losing a point. He hit a ball behind him without looking. Sadly, the ball hit a line judge in the throat. It was an accident, but it was serious. The referee made a big decision. Novak was disqualified from the match. It was a shocking moment. Novak said he was sorry and never meant to hurt anyone. Still, many people criticized him. Another big event came in 2022, during the COVID-19 pandemic. Novak did not take the COVID vaccine. He said this was a personal decision for his health. But some countries had strict rules. In Australia, he was not allowed to play in the Australian Open. He was stopped at the airport, and after many days of legal talks, he was sent back home. It was a huge news story around the world. Some people supported him, but many others were angry. Because of these events, Novak has faced many questions. Some fans love his passion and honesty. They see him as brave, strong, and real. Others think he does not follow the rules or care about public opinion. Novak has always said, "I try to do what is right for me, even if people do not agree." Even during these hard times, Novak has stayed focused on tennis. He kept training, winning matches, and breaking records. He has shown great strength, not just on the court, but in his heart. He said, "I have learned from every mistake. I try to grow as a person." Public perception is how people see someone. For Novak, it has changed over time. In the beginning, many fans were unsure about him. But now, more people respect him for his hard work, honesty, and success. He has proved that he is not only a champion in tennis, but also a fighter in life. In the next chapter, we will look at Novak Djokovic's legacy, what he will leave behind and how he will be remembered in the world of tennis and beyond. Chapter 10, Legacy and the GOAT Debate. Novak Djokovic is not only a great tennis player, he is a legend. His story, his records, and his hard work have made him one of the best in history. In this final chapter, we look at his legacy and the famous GOAT debate. GOAT means greatest of all time. For many years, tennis fans talked about who is the greatest: Roger Federer, Rafael Nadal, or Novak Djokovic. All three have won many Grand Slam titles. All three have played amazing matches. But Novak has done something special. He has not only matched their records, he has gone beyond. Novak has won more Grand Slam titles than any other male player in history. He has held the world #1 ranking for the most weeks ever. He is also the only man to win each Grand Slam at least twice. These are records no one else has achieved. His numbers speak for themselves. But Novak's legacy is more than just numbers. He changed the way tennis is played. His fitness, flexibility, and mental strength are world-class. He can play long matches and still stay strong. He never gives up, even when the match is very hard. He made young players believe that with focus and hard work, anything is possible. Many young tennis stars look up to him. They say, "Novak is our example." He has helped grow the sport, not only in big countries, but also in his home country, Serbia. He has shown the world that champions can come from anywhere. But the GOAT debate is not just about tennis. It is also about character, attitude, and impact. Novak has had some ups and downs. He faced controversies and hard times. But he always came back stronger. He learned from his mistakes. He spoke about mental health, about staying true to your beliefs, and about never giving up. Some fans still prefer Federer's style or Nadal's fighting spirit. And that's okay. Tennis is a sport full of love and passion. But more and more people now agree. Novak Djokovic is the most complete player the game has ever seen. His legacy is still growing. Even today, Novak is winning matches, training hard, and showing the world what a true champion looks like. He has nothing more to prove, but he continues to play because he loves the game. Novak once said, "My goal is not just to win. It is to inspire people." And he has done just that, on the court and off the court. As we end this audiobook, we remember the boy from Serbia who became a world champion. His journey teaches us that with belief, hard work, and a strong mind, we can reach the top, no matter where we start. Novak Djokovic is not just part of tennis history. He is making it every single day. Vocabularies. 1. Champion. A person who wins a competition or is the best in a sport. Example: Novak Djokovic is a tennis champion. 2. Struggle. A hard time when someone must fight or work very hard. Example: Novak had to struggle during his early life in Serbia. 3. Breakthrough. A big and important success after trying for a long time. Example: his first Grand Slam win was a big breakthrough. 4. Focused. Paying full attention to something without getting distracted. Example: Novak stayed focused during tough matches. 5. Setback. A problem that stops progress for some time. Example: his injury was a big setback in his career. 6. Injury. Harm or damage to the body. Example: Djokovic had an elbow injury that needed surgery. 7. Legacy. What a person leaves behind for others to remember or learn from. Example, Novak's legacy is about hard work and belief. 8. Controversy, a situation that causes public disagreement or argument. Example, the vaccine issue was a big controversy for Djokovic. 9. GOAT, greatest of all time, a person who is the best ever in their sport or activity. Example, many fans believe Novak Djokovic is the GOAT in tennis. 10. Inspire, to make someone feel they want to do something great. Example, Novak inspires young players around the world. White heavy check mark list of questions. 1. Where was Novak Djokovic born? 2. At what age did Novak move to Germany for tennis training? 3. Which two top players did Novak have to compete with in the early part of his career? 4. In which year did Novak Djokovic become world number 1 for the first time? 5. How many Grand Slam titles did Novak win in 2011? 6. What injury did Novak suffer from that caused him to take a long break? 7. What practice helped Novak stay calm and focused during matches? 8. Which Grand Slam did Novak win in 2016 to complete all 4 major titles? 9. Why was Novak disqualified from the 2020 US Open? 10. What does GOAT stand for in sports?